Welcome everyone. This is my mini project mini project for Business 215 presentation. I was unable to meet with a group this week, so I figured I'm going to do my due diligence and show people what I've done, and hopefully it shows that I'm trying my best to participate in any way I can so that people can see that I'm doing some work. I'm hoping next week I'll be able to meet with a group, and we've been working with some people. So I'm going to go ahead and do a screenshot of what I'm presenting, and I hope it comes out clear. So thank you, and I'll be talking while I'm discussing all this. So what I did was I put the original Excel. I hide all the stuff in regards to what it means to the honesty and everything. I did keep the original on this one, and then I have the profits dedication, and I labeled the two things that they had asked, and then I collected the raw data. The raw data actually exported it from LDS.org, and I also found the sites for this. I took the advice from the actual review on it, how to do this project, and I went to LDS.org and just downloaded all this stuff, and I went ahead and I sorted it by doing initials for the actual profits, and this is how I was able to organize it. So when it came to profits dedication, I quickly just brought the data over, copy and paste the data, and over here, and it was a quick. I did a basically go like this, do just run over, and it shows you the count. So this is 1, and then do 2, and then you go to John Taylor and Wolfel Woodruff and Scott 2 and Heber J. Grant, and then I just did the analysis on it, and then I went back here, and then I went over here and just cut and paste and did what was necessary for this project. Wasn't too terribly hard in that regards. That's how I was able to do that. Same with this. I just used the raw data here, and then I was able to, what I did was I just looked at the data, and I looked at the temples, and then I created a formula with in 1836 being the first, and then on the side I just said how many dedicated were each month. So this column was inserted above what was already there, so that you can see what years the temples were dedicated. So as you can see, some of them, like the number 1999 and 2000, were the big years for the church to receive temples. And so, but with the formula, I would always take this plus this, and what I did to, I didn't keep on doing it, I did a copy and paste. I do a lot of key commands, so one of the things is you do a backspace, and it's so I would do a backspace, and it automatically comes up here, and then I can insert rows, or I can do the same thing and go backspace with the EDR, and I undo what I just did. And then also what I do is I take this, I do a Control C, and then I go down and just keep on highlighting to where I want to, and I can make sure I'm still doing, if I wanted, I can just do the Shift Control and I get down to the very bottom. Let's see what else. I just color coordinated the thing so that people can easily find it. I went ahead, and when it came to the actual, I chose line graphs for both for the temple operating, because it was the best one for cumulative temples. And so what I would do is I would go in here. Oh, sorry, my bad. Let's go back. I went ahead and I did insert, and then I would do insert line graph, and then I put it in, making sure I put this column and this column into it, and was able to populate this actual graph. And as you can see, it's all the way, as I get bigger, it actually expands right there. And then same with this one. I chose to do a bar graph just because I figured this was in pertaining to the actual profits and how many they did. And so I just did a bar graph on that. And as you can see from this, Lorenzo Snow and Joseph F. Smith and Harold B. Lee had no temples underneath their belt. And this was also a little confusing. I know that it said to do it, but we don't own and it's not even still dedicated, so I didn't know. I still follow the rules for the Kirtland Temple, so hopefully I did everything right there. That being stated, there's not a whole lot more I can do. I mean, I just, I took care of all of this was, different. So I would, go ahead and I like to keep my information in the bar. So that's done by the home. And then I would do this and go to all borders and stuff like that to keep it highlight, made things bold where it needs to be. I centered, I shifted all the numbers and everything in the cells to the left. I like to do that because I'm a left to right person. And same with the information here. But I do not, like I said, I do everything I like to have the bars in between, so it helps me to understand, it's easier for me to read across, even though it's not very long. And it was actually pretty fun. It was really fun to do all this, so I can learn more about the temples. And it was quite interesting to see, President Hinckley. And I guess he'll go down in the history of the church as the temple temple prophet. Really pushing the temples. But I was really shocked on how many Spencer W. Kimball did. And remarkable, he had, I think, an earlier vision of it and really tried to get the temples out. And again, it was shocking, like, in 2 years, basically in 1999 through 2000, between those 2 years, basically covers almost half. I mean, just look at it. I mean, we just go from 35 in the previous, these 2 years is more than the previous, almost as much as the previous, 100+ years. So it was really remarkable to go down the history of the church and learn a little bit more about the temple. So I was grateful for this to do it. I appreciate your guys' time, and I hope this has sufficed. And I'm signing off. Thank you again. And if there is anything, if you have any questions, let me know. Thank you. Bye.